Hey everyone, it is 12 o'clock and I thought that today would be a great day for us to talk about breathing with intention. So every day for probably a month now, Monday through Saturday, we've been doing Let's Breathe. And quite a few of you have been getting on, whether it's live or watching the replay and doing it later, which is fantastic. And so I thought we'd take about 20 minutes and talk about the benefits of taking 3 minutes a day to breathe. And so with that, just allow yourself to sit up nice and tall. When we breathe with intention, allowing ourselves to feel that length so that we can actually feel our ribs have space. There's room from our ribs to our hips. Our lungs are not being squished by slouching. So if sitting up nice and tall is hard for you physically, you can allow yourself to sit on a seat that has a back, or even allow yourself to pull up a bolster next to a wall so you can lean back and have that support. Also, sometimes to help you connect to your breathing practice, starting laying down so that you're in a complete relaxed state. So whenever we try something new, challenge rises in the state of fear. Like, what is she having me do? Is it going to hurt? Am I going to be challenged? So when we come into that state of new, there is a nervousness that comes underlying all of that. And so it's okay if you have to lay down to begin this new practice of breathing. And so with that, I'm so glad that I have a couple people joining me already. If you guys ever have any questions or comments, feel free to do that while we're doing the live. I'd love that interaction. So breathing with intention. So I'm an intentional girl, not a resolution girl. And an intention for my year, I think of one feeling that I want to move towards. And if you haven't done that for yourself, take a moment and just think about, what is it that I want to feel? And not only just feel, but actually be. So while you're moving through the year, you're making conscious effort in your thoughts, your words, your actions towards moving towards this intention, this feeling. And so by these little actions that you do on a daily basis, by the end of your year, you're sitting at the seat of that feeling, that intention. It's no longer work because you have done it for 365 days. It's you doing 1% something different, 1%. And to me, that is a lasting change that you are creating. So again, if you haven't made your intention, whether you do it now or later, I hope you do make that move towards where am I going in my new year. And so every morning when we do our Let's Breathe, I have you draw and bring in that intention. And while we're doing our breathing practice, allowing yourself to have that intention move with your breath. And so when we breathe, what are we doing? Literally, we're bringing oxygen in. We're allowing ourselves to feel expanding, growing, right? And so when we move into an intention, we're allowing ourselves to move uncomfortably from a place that we have known into a place that we don't know. So you're allowing yourself to expand. And so you're feeding life, oxygen, prana, life force, into your intention, which is pretty powerful. And when you exhale, you're allowing yourself to eliminate. You're allowing yourself to soften or let go. So think about that. A lot of times when we say, I'm going to do something different, then whether it's external environment telling you that you can't do it, or it's your internal body or mind telling you all of the reasons why, stay where you were, it was comfortable, right? When you exhale on the breath, you're allowing yourself to let go some of that. So think of your breath as you allowing yourself to feed and expand into something new in a state of confidence. Because when we breathe, we allow ourselves to lengthen. We're in a seat or a stance that is confident, right? And when we exhale, we're allowing ourselves to let go of any dis-ease that might be in that sense of change. And if you do that on a daily basis, it becomes easier and easier and easier. So breathe, intention, literally think purpose. So you're breathing in a sense of purpose. That's pretty fun. It's awesome, right? So again, I at one point said prana. Prana is your life force. Prana can come in the shape of the sun. It can come in plants. It is oxygen. So you can go outside and let the sun hit your face, hit your body, and allow yourself to just receive that amazing energy. You can eat all of the fruits and vegetables, nuts and grains that come from the ground, and that is you feeding yourself prana. When we move the breath, that's when it becomes pranayama, so breathing exercises. And when we do our breathing exercises, it's you allowing yourself to step into different ways to regulate the body, invigorate the body, relax the body, heat the body, cool the body. So there's lots of different pranayama practices, breathing exercises, but they all work directly with your nervous system and they oxygenate your bloodstream. So when your blood gets moving, you get warm, right? So it's amazing, and it's scientifically proven, which I love. It's like, whoop, whoop, finally, scientists are proving some of the amazing benefits in the yoga practice, which I think is fantastic. So with that, when we allow ourselves to exhale, we're eliminating toxins from both the body and the mind. So toxicity that is sitting within your body. My mom has emphysema and COPD. And if you have anybody, and maybe it's yourself, whether you have asthma or have had any kind of respiratory stuff, you know what it's like to have your breath taken from you or have restriction or that feeling of panic. So I watch my mom, and it comes and goes of waves of she can breathe okay today, and today she's struggling to walk through her house. So allowing ourselves to really sit and understand how important our breath, moving our breath is amazing. So even me sitting with my mom and showing her some of the breathing techniques, she can strengthen her lungs. And so with that, think of that. You can strengthen your lungs because they're an organ. They're huge too. When we move through the day, our breath is only moving about chest high because we're not thinking about it. The breath moves in, the breath moves out. But when we do it in a form of exercise, you're allowing yourself to exercise your lungs. And by doing that, you're allowing yourself also to move the breath deeper, stronger, longer. It depends on the exercise that you're doing. So that's really, really kind of wonderful to understand that where you are right now in your state of your lungs, you can allow them to become stronger and greater. You can allow yourself to take a deeper breath than what you did a month ago by just practicing it on a daily basis. So, here's a fun thing to think about. Have you ever heard of the whole white coat syndrome? My dad has it. So as soon as he knows he has to go to the doctor, he begins to go in a state of panic, like they're going to find something. So they call it white coat syndrome. They visualize the doctor, and right away his blood pressure skyrockets. So when you are challenged, what are some of the things that might happen? You either breathe really quick, or you hold your breath. So think about that. The last time something scared you really abruptly, what did you do? Right? You might have literally took one breath and then you held it. And then at some point you allowed yourself to exhale because maybe you realized it's okay. Or you were not even like cognizant of the fact of where you were. But it's really interesting that in a state of challenge and fear, worry, and anxiety, a lot of times our breath will change. So when you begin to do breathing exercises, you become aware of your breath more often. So with that whole white coat syndrome, maybe you have social anxiety. One of our daughters has that. So one of the biggest things that I can do as a mom, it's hard because I'm her mom, you know, we as a teenager half the time don't listen to our moms, but that's okay. I'm still going to teach her, and hopefully she takes little bits, is to allow ourselves to say we're about to go into a place that makes us nervous. What if we took 3 long, deep breaths? So sitting up nice and tall with me, close your eyes, relax your edges, your shoulders. And here, take a deep breath through your nose and fill your belly up. Like move your belly out. And if you need to, bring your hand to your belly. So inhale, let your belly float out. Feel your ribs expand and your chest. On your exhale, very slowly allow yourself to move your entire body into the center. When you think you have no more breath to release, even a little bit more, squeeze it out. Inhale, full breath. Exhale out completely. Full breath, inhale. Exhale completely. And then release your hand if you have it on your belly. Just keep your eyes closed. So sometimes all we need is 3 long, deep breaths to allow ourselves to shift, to get our nervous systems out of that state of fear, freezing, fight, sympathetic nervous system, right? Or take those 3 deep breaths and move it into the parasympathetic space of, I'm okay, I'm in a space that's calm and easeful. 3 long, deep breaths. And if you have more time, sit there and do it for 1 minute and really, really feel the benefits. So that's awesome. So with all of that, I think the neatest thing is that we can heat ourselves up and cool ourselves down by changing our breaths. And I'm only going to touch on a couple of these. If you guys have questions, please let me know. So right now it's like freezing in South Carolina. And wherever you are, it just seems like it's hitting the whole East Coast. So to heat yourself up, there are a handful of breaths. And one of my favorites is breath of fire. It's kind of like a bellowing breath. Think of the bellow that you have to help a fire grow. Excuse the noise. I think our laundry room is shaking the entire house. Anyways, so breath of fire, you're allowing yourself to literally move the belly. So here, when you inhale, you relax your belly. When you exhale, you draw the belly back. So it's inhale, relax, exhale back. You start off, when you're first beginning this breathing practice, you start slow. Then as you practice it for a while, you allow yourself to then move it faster. So if you want to go ahead and practice this with me, the only reason why you would not practice this is if you're pregnant or on your heaviest day of your menstrual cycle, or if you have a hernia, okay? So you can place one hand on your belly, relax the belly here, relax your shoulders. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. close your eyes and allow yourself to move your belly. Every time you inhale, you relax the muscles. Every time you exhale, you draw the navel back to the spine. Take a deep breath, inhale. Exhale it out. Another deep breath. And exhale it out. Release your hand. Just keep your eyes closed and just notice. You might feel some warmth, not only in the front body, but also right behind, so right behind your navel and your back body. That warmth has been created. So the breath of fire is great for a lot of reasons, but it literally allows you to create energy. So this is definitely a morning, afternoon breath that I would recommend. It also allows you to burn off. So burning off negativity, allowing yourself to move through some of the really tough stuff. It's also a very contracting and releasing. So every time you exhale and you draw the belly back, you're doing this to your organs. You're squeezing them. Every time you exhale, you're relaxing. So what do you think it's doing? It's helping out all of your organs. It's telling them, I love you. Every time I contract, I love you. And then I let you go. Right? For your digestive system, it's really great. So first thing in the morning, this is a really, really good practice. A cooling breath. So I'm at the wonderful years of hot flashes. And again, South Carolina. So in the summer, it can get really, really hot. So here, a cooling breath, Satali, is really, really interesting and it's easy. So here, what you're doing is you're inhaling through your mouth, and if you can roll your tongue, it's a genetic thing. So if you can do it, great. If you can't, don't worry about it. If you can't do it, just think about you putting a straw in your mouth and you're taking a sip. Okay? So here, sitting up tall, either rolling the tongue or taking that sip through a straw. Close your lips and exhale out your nose. Inhale through your mouth. Closing your lips, exhale out your nose. Inhale mouth. Exhale nose. Inhale mouth. Exhale nose. Inhale mouth. Exhale nose. Inhale mouth. Exhale nose. One more. Inhale. And exhale. So right away you probably notice a coolness. Your body has an internal HVAC system, and your body wants to regulate. The breathing techniques help us regulate our body, bringing us in that state of awesome, right? Balance. So the cool thing about both the breath of fire as well as Satali, or the cooling breath, is think of the cooling breath. I'm hot-headed, right? Not me, just kidding. There's a reason why I practice yoga. So when I get in that state of I'm really hot-headed or I'm physically hot, Satali breath is a really, really good cooling breath. Cooling down my body, cooling down my mind. Breath of fire is a very cleansing breath. So you could do that first thing in the morning if you don't know what state you're in, and it will help feed your body wherever you are. So two of the breaths that we've been doing during the week, almost every week, is both a breath, left nostril and right nostril. So not to get too esoteric on you, We have left side and right side. Think of creative mind, analytical mind, moon and sun, feminine, masculine. So we have this state of balance, right? Black and white. We have that also within our bodies energetically. Our left side represents the feminine, the moon side, the lunar side, the calm and peaceful side, and the right side represents the sun side, energetic side, masculine. So when you close off one side and you only breathe in and out the other, you're allowing yourself to move yourself more into that state. So if you need to move yourself into a softer, calmer state, the peaceful side, right? Then you close off the right nostril with your thumb, only breathing in and out the left side. Let's say that you have a big day and you need to put yourself in a positive, energetic state. You close off the left side to move the breath in and out, only the right side. It's really, really simple and it's amazing. The best way for me to, I'm one of those people who I'm kind of like, I still think of myself as 3 years old. Why? I love knowledge. Knowledge is great. So how can I help you think of this? When you're sleeping, predominantly we're breathing in and out the left side. And if you're in a state where your alarm still goes off and your alarm is that the really annoying one that's loud and probably shocks you, as soon as that alarm goes off, you start breathing in and out the right side. That's how amazing our body is. It immediately knows I'm calm. Oh my gosh, I need to wake up, right? Say you're in my family, they're funny. They're funny, right? So everything's calm, and then all of a sudden one of the dogs goes apeshit, right? And so we have 5 of them. So calm, peaceful state, and then all of a sudden, the whole house is like, right? If you're in that calm, peaceful state, you're breathing in and out the left side. As soon as that dog alarm goes off, you start breathing in and out the right state. So by just allowing yourself to close off one side, you can shift yourself. So again, it's easy. Just think left side, peace, right side, positive, happy, okay? Calm, positive, happy. And so that's pretty amazing. And so let's see, we've been on for about 23 minutes. Does anybody have any questions? I'm so glad you're all on. I hope I fed you some really good information, and I will be posting this so that if you want to refer to it in the future, it will be there for you. So anyways, let's breathe. We do it on Yoga DiVita's main page every morning, Monday through Saturday at 7:15, and then I post the replay so that, let's just say you don't have to get up at 7:15 in the morning, so you want to sleep to 8. When you wake up, you can do your breathing. Think of also that let's breathe. It could be your meditation, right? So breathing practice and meditation, they are different. However, when you allow yourself to focus on your breath, that actually is a form of meditation. You're allowing yourself to be one-pointed on your breath, which is amazing. So it's kind of like a twofer. Not only do you get your meditation in, but you get to move your breath, move your life. So with that, you guys, I hope you have enjoyed this little short mini workshop, if you want to call it. And if you have any feedback, I'd love to hear it. And if you find that this might enrich somebody else's life, please share. With that, namaste. Thank you so much, you guys.